Hey, what's up everybody? Josh here, and today we're going to be taking a little bit closer look at this brand new Schecter Sunset 7 Triad baritone guitar, and this one is also a lefty, so there's a lot of unique names we can throw at this guitar, but at the core of it, what is it? It's a 7-string with a ton of sonic capabilities and options, and we're going to demonstrate just a couple of those on today's video. So let's jump right into it. So of course the star of the show with this new Triad series is of course the Tripocalypse triple coil humbucker they have here in the bridge position, and this is really something to see in person. It's got a translucent look to it. You can kind of see what's going on in there, and I'll post a good photo of it so you can see a little closer. And it has been really fun to mess with so far. Then up front, on the neck position, we have a slanted single coil. They're calling this the Apocalypse pickup. So we have the Apocalypse and the Tripocalypse, a lot of apocalyptic stuff, which is ironic because the main reason I bought this guitar is because I wanted some more diversity with my clean tones and edge of breakup and things like that. But hey, don't get me wrong. This thing is no slouch when it comes to the brutes, as you saw in the beginning there, and we'll mess around with that a little bit later on. Moving on from the pickups, I love this low profile. They call it a Schecter Diamond Hardtail, I believe. It's really low profile. It doesn't get in my way at all. Love it, love it. Next is the 5-way pickup position selector, and I'll put a diagram up here. Each position on this drastically changes the tone of the guitar, which is a big draw for getting this type of guitar, or this guitar in particular, and we'll kind of see what that's like in a minute. Tone knob, volume knob, very bare bones. There's nothing about this guitar that's too much or that gets in my way, which is perfect for me. It's got a Nyota, I believe that's how you say it, wood body, which I've never heard of before, but so far it's super punchy in the mid-range, and I am a big fan of a lot of mids in my guitar, so this is like a match made in heaven here. Very sleek, very light, very thin profile, unlike me. And the neck is maple and rosewood 5-piece bolt-on, pretty basic there. Ebony fretboard. This is the first guitar I've had with an ebony fretboard, and I'll tell you, I get why people like them now. Definitely got a very, very smooth feel to it. The access to the 24th fret, the way this heel is sculpted and constructed is, it's a dream. I can get all the way up to the 24th fret without even hardly touching the body of the guitar at all. In fact, earlier when I was messing around, I was actually overshooting the 24th fret because I'm so used to the way the heel is constructed on my old C7. I'll post a photo of that. And you can really see how that heel is just not conducive to high neck stuff, especially when you have, linguiça links for fingers. So this has been a really, really welcome change. The neck profile is what they call their ultra thin C. It's very fast, very thin in the hand. It doesn't get in your way. And then up here we have the Schecter locking tuners. Again, another first for me. I've never had a guitar with locking tuners, so we'll see what that's all about. So let's talk about some of the sound options with this guitar, because that's really what the selling point of this is the different options. So starting in position 1 with the pickups, one thing to remember is in guitar world we think, okay, all the way down or all the way up means all the way on or off. But truthfully for this, position 1 is just the rear 2 coils of this Tripocalypse, so it's kind of a traditional humbucker sound. It's not the full thing. So just, if you pick this up and you are dumb and don't read the manual like me, well, you may make that mistake, because I certainly did. But anyway, let's see how it sounds in position 1 with the kind of traditional humbucker sound. We're gonna be using clean tones for this portion of the video just to see how different some of these are. So here we go. That's position number 1. Position number 2, we're activating the full potential here of the Tripocalypse pickup, and we'll see what kind of differences we get. Definitely get a little more full and rich sound out of it. I think with this extra coil being a little further from the bridge, you get a little more bass response in there, and it's really wonderful. Position number 3, now it gets interesting. We're starting to move into single coil land. This is going to activate just the frontmost portion of the Tripocalypse pickup and get this kind of sound. Really love that twanginess and clarity there. Position number 4 actually splits the slanted and the frontmost portion of the Tripocalypse. Let's hear how that sounds. Love that softer 80s type of sound.
Oh no.
And now we're going to go to position number 5, and this is where it gets really cool with this slanted single coil. Doesn't that sound so cool? And to think we did not change a single thing on the plugin that whole time. It's all just been different pickup selections with the Schecter Sunset here, and we're getting already a lot of diversity out of it. Love that. Now we're going to switch it up to something a little more twangy, if you will, or a little more single coil-esque, and we're going to kind of mess with the upper parts of that pickup selector. So let's start with both of them real quick and play something that's kind of funky and see how that goes. Yeah. Now, when I go just to the front, the slanted, I think we're going to get a little more aggressive tone out of it. Yeah, love that, love that. Now, let's go to something a little more rock and roll, a little more saturated, if you will, and see how that sounds. We're going to go back down to position 1 here to show you that kind of single, or excuse me, that traditional humbucker sound. Awesome. Now this is a very saturated sound, so I don't imagine we're going to get a ton of sonic difference with this same riff with the position 2, but let's see how it sounds. It's just so full. I love the fullness of that sound. All right, we're going to move on to something a little more heavy here. I'm going to turn on the Archetype Gojira, and we're going to kind of just use my normal metal rhythm tone here between position 1 and 2 and see how that goes. So this is position 1, doing something a little more heavy, and see how this sounds just with the traditional style humbucker. I'll just stop talking. That is a snarling tone that we're getting from just the traditional humbucker type sound. Okay, moving to position 2 now, and I just have to get this out of the way because this is what everybody wants to do, right? Okay, now we'll play something for real. What more can be said? I mean, these are in-house Apocalypse, Tripocalypse pickups here. These are no slouch, okay? A lot of times people think, oh, it's got in-house pickups, it's not gonna be that good because I mean, you just heard it. I mean, technology's great, plugins that we have nowadays help, but Schecter, what some people don't know is they kind of started out as an aftermarket modification type company, hot rodding guitars and stuff. So to me, it doesn't surprise me one bit that their in-house stuff is actually pretty dang good. So again, this is the Schecter Sunset 7, and I've been nothing but impressed and in love with it ever since I've begun to play it. Hopefully this video helped you with your decision to pick one up, or at least consider it. This was $9.99 at Sweetwater, and I don't think it was even on sale. I think that's just the base price for this configuration. I know they have a few different variations, but this one was perfect for me. Perfect. So anyway, until next time, my friends, keep rocking, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching.